Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah chapter 30. The word that came to Yirmeyahu from Yahuah, saying, Thus spoke Yahuah, Elohim of Yisrael, saying, Write in a book for yourself all the words that I have spoken to you. For look, the days are coming, declares Yahuah, when I shall turn back the captivity of my people Yisrael and Yehudah, declares Yahuah, and I shall bring them back to the land that I gave to their fathers, and let them possess it. And these are the words Yahuah spoke concerning Israel and Yehudah. For this is what Yahuah said, We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask now and see if a man is giving birth. Why do I see every man with his hands on his loins like a woman in labor, and all faces turn pale? Oh, for great is that day, there is none like it, and it is the time of Yaakov's distress, but he shall be saved out of it. And it shall be in that day, declares Yahuah of hosts, that I break his yoke from your neck, and tear off your bonds, and foreigners no more enslave them. And they shall serve Yahuah their Elohim, and David their sovereign, whom I raise up for them. And you do not fear, O Yaakov, my servant, declares Yahuah, nor be discouraged, O Yisrael. For look, I am saving you from afar, and your seed from the land of their captivity. And Yaakov shall return and have rest, and be at ease, with no one to trouble him. For I am with you, declares Yahuah, to save you. Though I make a complete end of all Gentiles where I have scattered you, yet I do not make a complete end of you. But I shall reprove you in judgment, and by no means leave you unpunished. For thus said Yahuah, Your breach is incurable, your wound is grievous. No one pleads your cause to bind up. There are no healing medicines for you. And those loving you have forgotten you, they do not seek you. For I smote you as an enemy smites with cruel chastisement, because your wickedness is great, your sins have increased. Why do you cry about your breach? Your pain is incurable, because of your many wickednesses, because your sins have increased. I have done this to you. However, all those who devour you shall be devoured, and all your adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And those who exploit you shall be exploited, and all who prey upon you I shall make a prey. For I restore health to you, and heal you of your wounds, declares Yahuah. For they have called you an outcast, saying, This is Zion, no one is seeking her. Thus said Yahuah, See, I turn back the captivity of Yaakov's tents, and have compassion on his dwelling places. And the city shall be built upon its own mound, and the palace stand on its right place. And out of them shall arise thanksgiving, and the voice of those who are laughing. And I shall increase them, and they shall not diminish. And I shall esteem them, and they shall not be small. And his children shall be as before, and his congregation shall be established before me, and I shall punish all who oppress them. And his prince shall be from him, and his ruler shall come from among him. And I shall bring him near, and he shall approach me. For who is this who pledged his heart to approach me, declares Yahuah. And you shall be my people, and I shall be your Elohim. See, the storm of Yahuah shall go forth in a rage, a whirling storm. It bursts upon the head of the wicked. The burning displeasure of Yahuah shall not turn back until he has done and established the purpose of his heart. In the later days you shall understand it. Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah chapter 31. At that time, declares Yahuah, I shall be the Elohim of all the clans of Yisrael, and they shall be my people. Thus said Yahuah, a people escaped from the sword found favor in the wilderness, Yisrael, when it went to find rest. Yahuah appeared to me from afar. I have loved you with an everlasting love, therefore I shall draw you with kindness. I am going to build you again, and you shall be rebuilt, O maiden of Yisrael. Again you shall take up your tambourines and go forth in the dances of those who rejoice. Again you shall plant vines on the mountains of Shamaron. The planters shall plant and treat them as common. For there shall be a day when the watchmen cry on Mount Ephraim, Arise, and let us go up to Zion, to Yahuah, our Elohim. For thus said Yahuah, Sing with gladness for Yaakov, and shout among the chief of the nations. Cry out, give praise, and say, O Yahuah, save your people, the remnants of Yisrael. See, I am bringing them from the land of the north, and shall gather them from the ends of the earth. Among them the blind and the lame, those with child and those in labor, together a great assembly returning here. With weeping they shall come, and with prayers I bring them. I shall make them walk by rivers of waters in a straight way in which they do not stumble. For I shall be a father to Yisrael and Ephraim. He is my firstborn. Hear the word of Yahuah, O Gentiles, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He who scattered Yisrael gathers him, and shall guard him as a shepherd his flock. For Yahuah shall ransom Yaakov, and redeem him from the hand of one stronger than he. And they shall come in, and shall sing on the heights of Zion, and flow toward the goodness of Yahuah, for grain, and for new wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock and the herd. And their being shall be like a well-watered garden, and never languish again. Then shall a maiden rejoice in a dance, and young men and old together. And I shall turn their mourning to joy, and shall comfort them, and shall make them rejoice from their sorrow, and shall fill the being of the Kohanim with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, declares Yahuah. Thus said Yahuah, A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter weeping, Rachel weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted for her children, because they are no more. Thus said Yahuah, Hold back your voice from weeping, and your eyes from tears, for there is a reward for your work, declares Yahuah. And they shall return from the land of the enemy, and there is expectancy for your later end, declares Yahuah. And your children shall return to their own country. I have clearly heard Ephraim lamenting, You have chastised me, and I was chastised like an untrained calf. Turn me back, and I shall turn back, for you are Yahuah my Elohim. For after my turning back I repented, and after I was instructed I struck myself on the thigh. I was ashamed, even humiliated, for I bore the reproach of my youth. Is Ephraim a precious son to me, a child of delights? For though I spoke against him, I still remembered him. That is why my affections were deeply moved for him. I have great compassion for him, declares Yahuah. Put up signposts, make landmarks, lay your heart toward the highway, the way in which you went. Turn back, O maiden of Yisrael, turn back to these cities of yours. Till when would you turn here and there, O backsliding daughter? For Yahuah has created what is new on earth. A woman encompasses a man. Thus said Yahuah of hosts, the Elohim of Yisrael. Let them once again say this word in the land of Yehuda and in its cities, when I turn back their captivity. Yahuah barak you, O home of righteousness, mountain of Kodashah. And in Yehuda and all its cities, farmers and those who journey with flocks shall dwell together. For I shall fill the weary being, and I shall replenish every grieved being. At this I awoke and looked around, and my sleep was sweet to me. See, the days are coming, declares Yahuah, that I shall sow the house of Yisrael and the house of Yehuda with the seed of man and the seed of beast. And it shall be that as I have watched over them to pluck up, and to break down, and to throw down, and to destroy, and to afflict, so I shall watch over them to build and to plant, declares Yahuwah. In those days they shall no longer say, the fathers ate sour grapes, and the children's teeth are blunted. But each one shall die for his own wickedness. Whoever eats sour grapes, his teeth shall be blunted. See, the days are coming, declares Yahuwah, when I shall make a new covenant with the house of Yisrael and with the house of Yehudah, not like the covenant I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Mitzrayim, my covenant which they broke, though I was a husband to them, declares Yahuwah. For this is the covenant I shall make with the house of Yisrael after those days, declares Yahuwah. I shall put my Torah in their inward parts and write it on their hearts. And I shall be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And no longer shall they teach each one his neighbor and each one his brother, saying, Know Yahuwah. For they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, declares Yahuwah. For I shall forgive their wickedness and remember their sin no more. Thus said Yahuwah, who gives the sun for a light by day, and the laws of the moon and the stars for a light by night, who stirs up the sea and its waves roar. Yahuwah of hosts is his name. If these laws vanish from before me, declares Yahuwah, then the seed of Yisrael shall also cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus said Yahuwah, if the Shamayim above could be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I would also cast off all the seed of Yisrael for all that they have done, declares Yahuwah. See, the days are coming, declares Yahuwah, that the city shall be built for Yahuwah from the tower of Hananeel to the corner gate. And the measuring line shall again extend straight ahead to the hill Gerev. Then it shall turn toward Goah, and all the valley of the dead bodies and of the ashes, and all the fields as far as the Wadi Kedron to the corner of the horse gate toward the east, is to be Kodesh to Yahuwah. It shall not be plucked up or thrown down any more forever.